Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm sewing something. I got inspired by a shirt that I saw a woman wearing in one of her YouTube videos, and I'm gonna pop in a few of those images here so you can see what the shirt looks like. And I decided I want to try to make this shirt. So I went to the Goodwill, and that's where I always go to get started on a project most of the time, because I can buy things for cheap that I can experiment with and just do whatever I want, make any kind of mistakes, and then who cares? This shirt, a huge men's shirt, was like $2. I think this one was $5, maybe. So I'm gonna combine these two shirts to make that shirt. So hopefully it all comes out wearable. I think I'll probably wear it no matter how it looks, but my intention is to try to get it to look as much like this as possible. So if you're interested in how this is all going to turn out, then I hope you keep watching. All right, to start out with, this is what the shirts look like. This is the one I'm going to use as the body. That is the body portion. And then this one I'm really just using for the sleeves and any other materials that I need. This is a chaps shirt. I don't even know what size. It's just really big. So I need big puffy sleeves, as puffy as I can get them. I'm gonna do the first thing, which is gonna be to cut the sleeves off of both shirts. And for the larger one, I wanna go all the way over. So I wanna cut more than just the sleeve, because I wanna see how much of the material I'm really gonna need. So I'm pretty much gonna cut all the way down the length of the top of the arm, all the way in this way. And then I'm gonna seal this up, and this is gonna be one giant sleeve. I will be removing the pocket. Now I'm going to cut the sleeves off the other shirt. So that's that, and now we have these extra pieces of material here. Now I'm going to start constructing the sleeve, and the first thing I'm going to do is, like I mentioned, turn this inside out and then just sew a line down here on the first sleeve to close that up. Oh, I do want to cut these cuffs off on all of the sleeves, because I'm going to reattach these in a different way. So those two are all set. Now I'm gonna attach them back to these little diagonal swoops that I cut. And I'm gonna do it, of course, in a pleated fashion, because that's what I'm trying to get to. Just make all this look pleated here, and then come down into like a big puff. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how I am having to build up the sleeve. So I'm gonna attach the smaller sleeve back to the shirt first, because I need the bigger sleeve. I need all this poof to be at the bottom near the cuff. So I'm saving this part, but I'm gonna attach back the original sleeve. But what I have to do is cut it open. And then the other thing I'm doing is cutting the shoulder part off. So this is the shoulder. I'm just gonna cut along the rim of this seam to remove that. So what I'm left with is this part here, which has that nice slope, has a nice little slope here. And then what I did was take the bottom of the big shirt, and I'm using the exact same materials for each sleeve. So this is the exact half of the shirt at the bottom, and I use this exact half for the other sleeve, which I already attached. I just didn't sew it on yet, but I'm just gonna cut that in half. And then there's this thick seam line here at the bottom, and I'm also gonna remove that. And then same thing, just cut off these seams here. We have one longer piece and then the shorter one. So when I bring this back in, I'll put it on with the inside facing up. I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine and just sew a straight stitch down this way and then another one down here to connect these. And then I'll show you how I'm going to attach it to the actual shirt. Okay, so in order to create the pleats, I just have this long piece of darker thread so I can see it easily. And I'm just going to attach that through all the way across with very large stitches. And then we just pull it across the string to make it tighten up and make the little pleats there. And just adjust it as needed. So I'm just going to make this be a full circle. So this is going to be the whole sleeve. And I'm going to attach this onto the shirt. And I'll show you how I'm going to pin this on. So here's the top of the shoulder part. This is where I originally cut it off. And then the shirt still has the line from where it would have been ironed. So I'm going to line this line up with that seam there, that little part. And I'm going to attach that from the inside with pins. And then, so I already have this one pinned on. The other sleeve is pinned on. I just need to sew it. Eventually, these are going to be connected here. So I'm just going to connect it at the bottom. Fold it over a little bit. And then I'm going to pin this to the bottom of the opening, the arm opening. Here is the whole sleeve inside of the armhole. I want all the pleats to be at the top. The bottom part is going to be flattened out, so I'm just going to let that be flattened, and then I'll just pin it going up probably halfway at the back of this arm and then at the front, and then I'll gather all the pleats at the top and then pin it. But it's very tedious, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like on this side. This one is already done. So these are all the pleats with the pins at the top. This is the front, and then it just smooths out and stays pretty flat where the, where your arm comes down. So that's the front. This is the back part, and then there's some pleats that are going to be at the back as well. So we want to concentrate most of the pleats at the front. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just pull it on the string like that, and then just keep pinning it down. So everywhere there's a thing, so it's basically just holding it like this and then putting a pin there. And just keep that going until all of the material is used throughout this whole space. I'm going to finish this, just speed it up real quick, and then you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So that's the whole back part of the sleeve done. I'm going to come around and do the front, and I'll show you how both look when they're done. So there is A lot of this is going to get cut off actually, so I'm definitely going to cut off this part. This is the sleeve, so I don't need this extra part here. Same on this side. I had to bring in the mannequin to get the arms right because they have to be the same. I accidentally just ripped this, so now I have to definitely cut this higher than what it was supposed to be, and then I'm going to have to match it on the other side. Those are the two sleeves. Now I'm going to add the sleeve that I cut, the other longer one. So this is a little too much material here, so I'm going to trim this down. I already trimmed the other one, so this is the one that was cut off, and I'm going to make sure it's the same. Line that up and cut that off, and then I'm going to attach the part that's cut to the bottom of the sleeve that I have, and I'm going to leave all this part at the bottom because I'm going to connect this together, and this is all going to line up with the cuff, and it's going to attach all together right here, and it's just going to be a nice big puff there, and this part is going to connect here. So I'm going to have to gather the material together there and then attach this here. As you can see, this is a huge opening. The sleeve that I need to attach this to is much smaller, and gathering in all of this fabric is crazy. Trying to sew it up to close it in is crazy too, because I need this room to even fit into the shirt. So what I'm doing is, and I tried it on the other side and it seems to be a good thing. So I'm taking the sleeve, this is the sleeve with the right side out. I'm just tipping it down so that the inside stitch can attach to this. And I'm going to just attach it here and pin it all the way around just for the width of this thing here. And then whatever is left over, I'm just going to sew that closed. So I'm going to pin it and I'll show you what that's going to look like. Inside the sleeve, and I'm going to keep pinning around. Okay, so there's the sleeve. And there's all of this left over that's just open. So I'm gonna make a circle right around for where the sleeve is gonna go, and then I'm just gonna take all the extra material and sew it all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so the sleeves are all set. I found some buttons in my little collection. I'm going to replace all of these clear buttons with these gold ones. And then for the cuffs, I had these gold buttons in my collection, so I'm going to add these onto the sides, and that'll be for a dramatic effect on the sleeve. And that's going to be it. And then I'm going to show you what this looks like styled up. So thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.